Welcome to the Queens on Decks, where I interview female DJs from around the world. I am Michelle Miller, your host of the Royal Queens Rising podcast. We share our inspiring stories and secrets to our success. Hi, welcome to the Royal Queens Rising podcast. I'm your host, DJ RunDat. Today, I have a very special guest, DJ Lady Eliza. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much for getting me back on your podcast. Yeah, it's so good to see you again and have a little chat with you.
Yeah, I know. It's funny when I look back at our history. I believe we probably met on Instagram, maybe Facebook. And then, we kept trying to connect because you're all the way across the world from me. And I remember we tried a new technique of interviewing where we went live on Instagram. And this was probably a year and a half ago. And then the video disappeared. So we weren't able to share it after that. And I've learned so much along the way. And now you have a podcast. And now mine's an audio podcast and a video podcast. So much has happened. I'm so excited that we are, connecting today and getting to learn more about what you've been doing, how you got into the game and all that. So let's just start out. How did you get in the music industry?
Oh, God, it seems like ages ago, to be honest. I started out, obviously, like most people, I started out like going to raves and parties and loving the scene itself. I had a couple of boyfriends that were DJs, but they didn't really show me anything. And then when I was at university, I managed to get my hands on a pair of Vestax turntables and a mixer with my student loan. Thank you, the UK. And I just started out from there with a random bag of records until I decided on what genre I wanted to follow. I was playing all types of weird stuff, whatever I could get my hands on, and then trying to get sets at places. And I eventually, I think like a lot of people do, rolled into internet radio. It wasn't the whole twitching live stream radio back then. It was online, so you did have like a chat room so you could speak to people. And then I rolled into FM radio and I carried on playing out in various places. And then I think I finally decided that I wanted to DJ full time, which is what I do now. I live out in Morzine in the French Alps. So I come out and done a couple of winter seasons and had sets out here, and I knew I could get paid to play. So I basically decided I wanted to live out here because I love snowboarding. Quality of life's really cool. I love the mountains. I also love playing music. And I took the massive leap of faith and quit my job from working in the IT industry in the UK of like 10 years to move into a van and come out and live in Morzine and try and pursue the idea of having a full-time job as a DJ.
Wow, that's incredible. I love that. I love all of that. So many parts of that. Yeah, I mean the quality of life. Like if you're not having fun, like for me, I'm like if I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it. So to be able to like support ourselves and our lifestyles through DJing and music and doing what we love is like the biggest blessing.
Oh, 100%. And I won't sugarcoat it. It was really hard. It was really hard to start off. I had 1 gig a week. I had maybe then another week I might have had 2 gigs. I didn't start off on a huge salary for it either. I was cleaning chalets. I was working in a bar. I was managing something else. I did everything out here to facilitate my lifestyle of following the dream of being a DJ. And eventually, after being out here for a couple of years, having a couple of jobs as well as playing out, I decided to take the leap of faith again and quit those and just literally went around every single bar in every single resort and was like, hi, I'm a female DJ and here's my business card. Can I send you a mix? And eventually I booked up a whole season's worth of gigs. And I've just been rolling like that since then, which must have been about six or 7 years ago, maybe. I mean, they're just flying by at the moment, but yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It does not happen overnight. It takes a lot of grit and a lot of perseverance and, putting yourself out there. Like you said, you went and met the people in charge. You introduced yourself. You
Mm,
made that connection. And I truly believe connection equals currency, and business really is
yeah.
all about relationships. So well done. Well done. I just want to make sure that people that are maybe just starting out don't think it just happens overnight, because it,
No, it doesn't. And you need to, you've got to be thick-skinned. But I think I learned that from the whole sales and business background before, is that you could, if people don't want to book you, don't take it personally. Because actually it might be many, many factors and many reasons. And, just you do have to put your best foot forward and make sure you've got everything in place. I mean, you're always teaching people about, the electronic press kits, the business side, and you do have one chance to kind of put your best foot forward and for somebody to take an interest in you, to leave an impression on them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, makes me think about how important branding is, because, really your brand is you. So everything you're doing, every time you're showing up, whether it be in person or online, you are, whether you know it or not, you are being your brand, and people will
Yeah.
remember you by your energy, by your vibes,
Yeah.
and so it's definitely important to really show up and be intentional about how you are. Yeah, something
Yeah.
that, it's also like when you're starting out, just do what you can and don't overthink it. And that tough skin is so important, not
Mm.
taking things personal, because, we all got to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And not everybody, like, overnight. Well, most women I know that have kind of made the next step to becoming a profitable DJ, they'll have been doing this for like 10 years, 10 years plus. It's not an overnight success. You make mistakes along the way. You might not have everything in order as you start, but to have to make it, I say make it, or to to actually progress forwards, you need to have your press kit, your photos, your branding sorted. You need to realize that you're actually a business. And playing the set, it's just a real tiny bit now of being a DJ, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. There is a lot. And it's really exciting, because I'm always learning, especially through interviewing other DJs. Like, I'm always learning, and the more DJs I connect with, the more I'm learning, and the more I want to, do better and step it up to that next
Mm.
level. But when I look back and I see the growth, it's like something that really excites me, because I didn't care, I guess you could say. Like, I didn't care if the quality of photos weren't the best, but
Mm.
like, it's a journey of improving, doing.
Oh yeah, 100%. And well, I mean, I look up to other women in the industry. I look up to you. I'm always seeing what you're up to, and now that you've gone from doing normal DJ stuff, weddings, you've written a book. God, I probably know loads more about you. Hang on a second. Podcasting, and then you're now doing the video with the podcasting, which is something I need to do, which then rolls into YouTube channeling. It's never ending, is it?
Yeah.
Constantly learning.
Yeah, it's never ending, and there's so many possibilities,
Mm.
different ways to build your brand and build awareness and let people know who you are. And that's something that in my coaching program I really focus on, is like,
Mm.
okay, the more visible you are, the more business you will get. So, are you showing up as much as you can? Are you sharing your gifts with the
Yeah.
world without the fears and everything that can hold us back, all those little voices in our head? Like, it's so normal and natural. Like, it's, as women too, I think we can beat ourselves up a little extra because of like the pressure society puts on us.
Oh God, yeah, imposter syndrome. I mean, nobody feels great every day of the week, do they? But you still need to be putting your best foot forward, like you say, showing up online and just slowly thinking about what the end goal is. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but these little wins that you might be doing every day, or something that you might have achieved in the industry, or something towards your career path, is it's really important to share that stuff, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, what has this last year been like for you?
Whoa, God. I mean, the whole COVID situation has been pretty crazy. I mean, I'm based in France, so we had a huge. So this time last year, we had a really strict lockdown for almost 2 months, and then life started to roll back into some kind of semi-normality. So last summer, I was playing out at DJ gigs, which was cool, local residencies I have around here and around the Alps, and then we went into another massive lockdown, and they cancelled the winter season, so no skiing. the lifts aren't running, which is just balmy. You never would have thought. Could you imagine like the Rockies are just not open? We're not open this winter. Um, so yeah, so that's there's been no work, and I've just been trying to do lots of other stuff music focused, to be honest. I launched a podcast, which obviously I've interviewed you on as well.
Yeah.
um so that was really cool. It's called Hustle Industry Advice for Women in Music, and that's available on Spotify. And I've just been interviewing loads of great women in the industry, women who are either, professional DJs, they're into the PR side. I've recently done a lady who runs a festival in the UK. So we obviously COVID, we're talking about that quite recently. And yeah, it's just a real nice platform just to hang out with other women and learn their stories and their highs, their lows, and share that. So that's been brilliant this year. Absolutely brilliant.
Yay. Yeah, I really loved being interviewed by you. It was actually one of my favorite interviews. So you're doing
Yeah.
really great work there. So congratulations.
Oh,
Everybody
thank you.
check it out. Check it out.
Honestly, I like, yeah, I really love doing it. And yeah, it's brilliant just to hear how people started out in music. And it's not, I think when you get into the music industry and you want to follow your dreams of being a DJ, you don't really know what the nitty gritty lows are that come with the job. And it's important to share that, and try to just teach other ladies or women about, or non-binary women, just about, what you've learned along the way and how you can share that with them. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's brilliant. I've got loads more to come as well.
Yeah, yeah, right. There's lots of amazing women and incredible stories to share. So it is a lot of fun. So tell me about, you do retreats, which is something I'm
Mm.
stepping into this year. Also, I have my first female DJ retreat booked in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh. Oh yeah, when is that then? When
It's
is
at
that?
the end of July. It's a
Mm.
very small, intimate one for the first
Yep.
one. Yeah, it's a way so I could connect and meet with some of my clients who I got to coach this year and I have not met in person. And we just love each other so much. We're like, we have to find a way to meet each other. And we're like, let's do a retreat. So it's happening. And yeah, more to come with that. But yeah, tell me about that experience and process.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's just, it's been a crazy one, to be fair. I mean, the retreat that I have happening is a music production and wellness retreat. So, and it's going to be in Croatia in October this year. But originally it was in May last year. So I did like pretty much a whole year's worth of work on getting it up and running and stuff. And then COVID hit. So we had to postpone to September, and then COVID still hit. So I moved it to May this year, and then COVID still hit. So it's now finally in October. Yay.
Wow.
Oh yeah, honestly, I have to say a massive, massive high five, and give a massive hug to the other ladies that are involved in the retreat with me. So I've got Anna Lakatos doing the Ableton stroke logic training. I've got Eileen from the Unicorn Mothership. She's doing the wellness and holistic coaching. And I've got a local photographer girl who's coming with me from here. And basically, just thank you to my whole family, my friends, my poor boyfriend who has stuck with me through this whole retreat process.
Yeah, big up him.
Oh my God, big up him. Some points are just like, and some of the girls, some of the ladies that have been booked on from the off, that have just stuck with me and the concept, and they really want to come away. And it's been a crazy, crazy process, but it's going to be so worth it. And I can't wait to actually get away and hang out with the team and the girls that are booked, so ladies that are booked on, and just help them on their music journey. It's going to
Yeah.
be brilliant.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. In Croatia, what a dream.
Mm. Oh, honestly, I've booked this amazing villa. It's near Split, which is on one of the coasts. Overlooks the sea. The villa's got its own private beach, overlooks the sea. It's got some fabulous interior, different rooms for the various production lessons and the coaching that's going to happen. We're going to do yoga on the terrace, like overlooking the sea in the morning, and then some sunset music meditation in the evening. It's going to be brilliant. On it, I can't.
Woo!
I personally can't wait.
All the feels, all the feels. Yay. I can't wait. We'll have to catch up after to hear about it. Maybe have you
Oh
on the
my God.
podcast again.
We'll swap. We'll do a retreat podcast swap. So
Yeah.
I can hear about yours and you can hear about mine.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of wild that they shut down, going back to what you're saying about they shut down the slopes and everything. Like,
Oh yeah.
so
It's
different.
mental.
It's so different all around the world. And that's what's been interesting hearing. It's a global pandemic, but there's parts of the United States that didn't shut down. There's, California, where I'm at, really did get shut down, but there's parts of California, different areas that just said, no, we're going to keep going. And it gets so confusing. And then sometimes, to be honest,
Wow.
I get a little bit of jealousy of like, man, I wish I was still out playing, but then it's also like, well, I'm very healthy and I get to do other things. And I think the whole slowing down was really, really good for a lot of us. Challenging, yes, but makes us stronger. And I've gotten to do amazing
Yeah.
things, and you've done amazing things this last year. So all in all, I like to think that it wasn't that bad.
No, and I mean the whole slowing down aspect, I think, was actually, for me personally, was really good. I just rolled out of a extremely busy winter season. Every winter I'm playing now, I'm getting busier and busier and booked more. And sometimes it was like double gig days and après ski, then a nightclub. And so COVID hit and it was like everything was shut down. And I was like, thank God. What? You mean like a guilt-free holiday where I can't do anything? Everyone's like, oh, how you feeling? I was like, this is brilliant. I just like chill out,
Yeah.
sort the garden out. And but obviously as time went on, I was a bit of a pain in the ass, money wise,
Mhm.
job wise, life wise. But if it hadn't been for COVID, I wouldn't have a podcast. I wouldn't have got healthier, fitter. And even with winter being shut, I'm hiking up the mountains with friends, and my two dogs, and just enjoying that type of a lifestyle, which never would have happened before. Just completely taking in the mountains for how they are without anyone being there is really spectacular,
Mm,
really.
yeah, I bet. I'm gonna go up to the snow next week.
Yeah, yeah. Where's the local resort for you?
So Tahoe, Ta-
Okay.
yeah, the Sierras,
Nice.
yeah, and it's California and Nevada. There's uh,
Yeah.
two, they border each other there. Yeah, so that's where we go. So yeah, it's fun.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So what advice would you have for someone tuning in that maybe is just getting started?
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Mhm.
Just carry on and try to set some realistic goals for yourself. Don't try and hit world domination as goal number one on the list. Maybe that can be goal number 10, and then work out how you're going to get to this point. Definitely get involved in some collectives that are out there. There's so many Facebook groups of female collectives, Sisu Crew, She Said So, Good Vibes Only Music, you, of course. And there's lots of them. And there's so many lovely ladies in there that you can network with and that will give you advice on various topics depending on where you're at in your career stages. But yeah, be nice, keep positive, and connect with as many women as you can in the industry, because that is really, really important.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. So how can we connect with you and best support you?
Oh, well, you mean apart from booking a place on my retreat? Well, all right, joking. I'm on Instagram, so check me out. It's DJ Lady _ Eliza. And from that, I'm on Linktree, which has everything in it. So DJ Lady, I think it's just DJ Lady Eliza. And I've got a website, djladyeliza.com. Also, if you're interested in the female collective side of things, I have a website for that, which is goodvibesonlymusic.com. And for any of that, you'll be able to contact me and send me a message. Let's connect.
Yeah, awesome. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for being on the show. And I
Thank
look
you.
forward to keeping in touch and hearing how amazing your retreat was.
Yeah, I mean, likewise, 100% likewise. I can't wait to see what you're going to do next. It's great, and it's really great to connect with you. And thank you for getting me back on your podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Go to my website to claim your free gift, a digital copy of my best-selling book, How to Start a DJ Business. www.djrundat.com. Follow me on all social media handles: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at DJ RunDat. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. To learn how you can book me or work with me, go to my website or email me at michelle@djrundat.com.